Did you know that Zion National Park in southern Utah is home to one of the most famous and most dangerous day hikes in all of the United States? This is Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing is arguably the most famous feature in one of the most famous national parks in all of the United States, and for good reason. This gigantic rock fin is located right in the heart of Zion Canyon in Zion National Park, and it stands out in a region that's chock full of awesome geologic features, in part due to the way that it's positioned. You see, Angel's Landing juts out almost perpendicular from the sheer cliff faces that make up the walls of Zion Canyon, meaning that it's an imposing feature that can be seen throughout the canyon. In total, Angel's Landing rises nearly 1,500 feet straight out of the canyon floor. Adding to its dramatic appearance is the fact that Angel's Landing is incredibly narrow, less than 50 feet wide in some places. But Angel's Landing isn't just famous because it's beautiful to look at, it's also home to one of the most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping trails in all of the United States, if not the world. You see, it's actually possible to hike to the summit of Angel's Landing, which stands at an elevation of 5,770 feet. The easiest way to the top is by taking a 5.4-mile round-trip hike that gains 1,488 feet of elevation. This hike starts out simple enough, as you begin by gradually gaining elevation climbing above the floor of Zion Canyon. You then hike through a narrow slot canyon before coming up on Walter's Wiggles. Walter's Wiggles is a series of 21 short but steep switchbacks. This is actually probably the most strenuous part of the hike, but it's not until you reach the top of Walter's Wiggles before the real adventure begins. That's because the last half mile of the hike follows the narrow rock spine all the way to the top of Angel's Landing. Now, this portion of the hike is not for the faint of heart, as the trail is as narrow as 3 feet in some places, with 1,000-foot drop-offs on either side. Fortunately, a series of chains have been installed along the length of the spine to assist hikers in some of the sketchier sections. However, this doesn't mean that there isn't still some risk associated with completing this portion of the hike, as unfortunately 18 people have fallen off Angel's Landing. Speaking as someone who has completed Angel's Landing multiple times, it's really not too bad as long as you watch your footing and make sure you go at a pace that you're comfortable with. If you are willing to brave the chain section of the hike, then you'll be treated to some of the best views possible of Zion Canyon, and you'll have the experience of completing a truly unique day hike within the United States.